Hey, and welcome back to Extreme Paint Studio. Dave Bristow here. Today we're talking fire, true fire, airbrushing technique. So how do we do true fire? We've got a really good project to work on. We've got this fishing bait boat for an actual customer, and he wants to have it covered in true fire, but not just in one color true fire. He wants it in purples and greens and the oranges and yellows. So he wants it really vibrant. So what we'll look to do is showcase exactly what we do on this. We've obviously got to take into account all the different contours of the actual bait boat itself. So it's not just going to be on a plain canvas. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because we've got the contours and the ridges and everything like that. We've got the lights to worry about. We've got the radars stuff going on. So it's going to be difficult to get the flames to flow, but hey, it's a challenge, right? Let's give it a go. So follow along. Hopefully you understand the process by the end of it, and if you've got any questions, just put them in the comments below and we'll get back to you. All right, let's crack on. So I'm just putting down just soft licks, just so I can see the way I want my fire to flow and where it's kind of heading. Obviously what I want is the main area at the front here to blow up the middle section. Gotta watch my angle of my airbrush. I don't want it to spill over because I'm using a different angle. I may even put a lid on this in a second because I'm having to move around. So I'm just putting how I want my flames to go. Kind of gives me an idea how this is gonna pan out. So we just got a base of how we want our fire to go. We could probably just do a couple of little licks up here. I want to have them uniformed, but we've already got start of a base going on. As you can see, it's pretty random. You know, I've not really got bright areas in there at the moment because I'm just laying down the background. But I've got an idea of how I want my fire to flow. Load up with some red, and all we're going to do is block in our background. This is a transparent red, so we're just going to have to hit it a couple of times to get that real opaque red. Remember, this is just getting a background in. Give that a little bit of a heat. now we'll hit it again. We have our first base. So we're just putting our lines in. Just getting our licks in. Trying to keep them as random as possible. We don't want it uniformed again. You notice I haven't put the licks all over the red, so we can still see the red behind. Okay, I'm keeping it within the red almost, and then scooting out of it every now and again. I've just cut some shapes, some flowing shapes out of a piece of paper, just so I don't use the same like regular circle, 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 circle. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the flames that I've created and just go with the flow, and so I kind of pick up some hot points within the actual fire itself. So let's use this sort of shield that I've kind of got here, and I notice I've got that kind of shape there, which is pretty good, and make it flow down into the hottest part, which is here. So I'm just gonna hit the side of this and just get it to flow up. You can see now that starts to create a fire lick. Hit that a little bit more there as it comes down. Ooh. Watch for your build up though on the paper, so you can see I've just got a little mark there. I'm just going to build that up again. We've got lots of other colours to go in with anyway, and then I'm going to just turn it out and then turn it back again. So I want this as a constant flow down to the hot point. And then we'll push up into the fire itself. Just use a couple of random shields. Just give me a double lift like that, and then maybe push it out a little bit further so that still follows that same trend of fire, and then we can bring it in and follow our lick upwards. So you can start to see we've got a flame sort of happening. Air dry as you go. And then what you want to do is you want to kind of do like some freehand work within it. So maybe as we come out of here, this goes up like that and turns. So there's something else going on, almost like a left and a right side. So I can find the shield, just in that little corner there, I'll just put a little highlight as if it's turning upwards. And you can flip this out and actually come back into it again. Doesn't have to be, you know, completely uniform. And we can have this as our hot point, our real hot point. It's kind of central to the headlights, if you like, so we can use this as our real hot point. And we can come in here, just lick up that one, and just let it die off. Do the same in this corner, so we can come out real hot out of that corner, and then as it turns it just disperses. So I've just done a little lick going up there. I'll give that a little bit of a haze. Just want that kind of like that non-uniformed sort of lick going on. This is mess around and sort of play with things, and just pick up on the hot point of the fire. Time to add some yellow. Now, because I'm doing other colours of fire on this piece, I want to make sure I kind of cover the areas that I haven't got my fire in, because we're now moving on to using a candy colour. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to block off the area that I want to keep as black. It's mainly the sides and the back of the bait boat. So I'm just gonna mask off the area that I don't want to get any candy on. because candy is a dye, and when I go on with my white again, what will happen is the candy will dye the white. When I'm trying to do, say, the green fire, and I put my white on, that candy that I'm going to be using, which is tequila yellow, will basically come through the white, and it'll impact on the other colour flames that we're going to be doing. Okay, so now I can hit that with our tequila, it used to be called tequila sunrise, but it's now called tequila yellow. And like I say, this is a candy, so it's really going to make the fire pop. It turns it kind of orange like true fire, but you have to be light with it and just build up. And we want to keep it really just within the yellows. Don't want to hit too much of our orange with it. Oh, sorry, too much of our red with it. You can really see the depth once you add this candy. Just adds another element to it. Well, I'm just putting some Intercoat Clear in the gun. Because what I want to do is now just protect the flames that we've done with the candy. So I'm just going to shoot some Intercoat Clear to really stop the bleed through of the candy into the white that I'm going to come in with next, because I want to pick on some highlights, some brighter areas to really show off the fire. And here's the final stage. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial on the True Fire. Make sure you follow part 2, which is the green flames and the red, violet and magenta flames, because it's good to try it with different colours. But we're going to now move on to our next project, which will be battered metals and rust and stuff like that. So that one will be coming up in the next few days. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.